Can teething be fatal? I'm a pediatrician and I'm going to give you some of my favorite hacks for a teething baby, and I'm also going to tell you some things that I don't recommend. And in the end, I'm going to tell you about an honest to goodness attempt on my life. Now, the first signs of teething usually appear around 4 to 6 months of life, though really they can show up anytime they want to. In fact, some babies are even born with teeth, so good luck breastfeeding that one. Teething signs are usually things like a drooling, fussy baby who's just chewing on everything. In fact, if you've ever wondered if your kid is morphing into a basset hound, that's a teething baby. But here's the problem. Teeth tend to grow a little bit and then retract, and then grow towards the gum line and then retract. And you'll go to the pediatrician and he'll say, well, look at that, congratulations, little Johnny is teething. But what we don't tell you is that this process can go on for weeks to even months before a tooth finally appears. If your baby is teething, what do you do about it? First off, I'm a big fan of cold stuff. So there's these little mesh pockets that you can buy wherever, where you can put a frozen strawberry or a frozen hunk of cantaloupe or whatever, and then the kid gets to mash on this and they become just a big, drooly, sticky mess, but they really work quite well. Big, huge teething toys are also great, especially ones that you can throw into the fridge or the freezer. And I'll be honest, if your baby is fussy enough with teething that it's preventing them from sleeping or they're just having a really bad day, I really wouldn't hesitate to give them a dose of Tylenol here and there. Teething is pretty painful and there's no reason to make them suffer. Now let's talk about a couple things that I don't love. Teething necklaces, especially the amber necklaces. Now, I'm not going to get into the science of whether or not an amber necklace leaches some sort of reliable analgesic into your child's bloodstream. But I will tell you that it takes a 400-degree temperature to release some of that pain-relieving substance from amber. So you decide. And I really don't mind you trying an amber necklace as long as you're willing to watch your child while they're wearing it. I had a kiddo one time in the hospital who was wearing an amber necklace, and at nighttime it broke and a couple of the beads got into his mouth. He choked and he coded. Another one I'd probably avoid are any of the topical medicines that contain benzocaine or lidocaine. These can cause a rare but serious side effect called methemoglobinemia, which I can totally spell, by the way. And what this does is it displaces oxygen from your child's red blood cells and, your kid dies. So that one April Fool's Day when my wife made my favorite treat and covered it in benzocaine, was that a murder attempt? I think so. In the meantime, make sure you're following along TikTok Kid Doc if you've got kids that you're trying to keep healthy.